All right, y'all, we back. Let me figure out. All right, first I need to figure out where this whole hair debacle has been a freaking nightmare. So maybe here go a spot right here. Hey, you guys. So okay, my friends and stuff, they told me to fill in. Oh shoot, they was right. I didn't miss the whole spot. So okay, so I have my tracks for anybody who is into like hair and all that type of stuff. Like I know some of my subscribers, like y'all probably like, what is happening? But I gotta go back in. We gotta go back in and lay some more hair. So that gotta go for a second. I got my blow dryer. I got my blow dryer. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if it'll be best for y'all to look in the mirror. Is that better for y'all? So y'all can kind of see what I'm doing. All right. So you guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay some more tracks. So my hair was looking kind of thin, and what I gotta do is I have to go back in and lay some spots that is, well actually I'm trying to understand, hold on, because my cap is, okay, yeah. I gotta lay some spots that's missing some hair. So don't be on here judging me, y'all. Hey, Davish. This is a true black girl hairstyle, okay? Like, this is straight up. If you don't understand it, then don't judge. Just ask. I would prefer you ask a question if you don't understand what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I'm laying the hair down, and then I gotta cut it. This is like the black girl secret to hairstyling, you guys. How are you, beautiful? I'm doing really good. Thank you for asking. Oh, let me grab some scissors, you guys. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have some scissors and I'm gonna cut the hair. And this is literally like crafts. Like if you into arts and crafts or whatever, this is like arts and crafts, but for the hair. So now I'm gonna put some glue on the hair. And we're gonna glue it. So I'm not gonna glue it directly onto my hair. I'm wearing a protective cap, which I'm not gonna show y'all because it looks raggedy. But I'm just gonna put some glue on the hair, and this is glue specifically for this type of install. I be on here showing y'all all my beauty secrets. is hair dripping? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna place this Gordoc. I already gave a disclaimer. I said if you aren't used to watching black girls do their hair, then ask questions and not judge. But yes, it is hair glue. This is what I haven't met a black person in my life besides the, oh no, you haven't met a black person in your life. And you from Asia? Is no black people in Asia? Cause I mean, we travel all the time over to Asia and stuff. Like a lot of our businesses come from over there. But yes, so with black women, we wear wigs, we wear weaves. So that's why I was like, a lot of our stuff come from Asia and China and all that good stuff. But what I did was I glued a cap onto my real hair. And I mean, I have seen them, but I don't have black friends. Okay, well, yeah, I was gonna say, as far as with black women, we wear a lot of protective styles like wigs, weaves, and all that type of stuff. And really, our hair come from over there. Like we order our hair from, yes, your neck of the woods. But I understand if you haven't met like or understand black culture. But yes, what this is super hair bond glue. So I'm doing exactly what it says. I'm gluing the hair onto the cap that I have on top of my head. So I know this is a crazy process. Probably a process you never would have thought you would have seen in your life. But this is the secret to black hairstyles. This is our little secret. So, I typically would not suggest this unless you go to like a professional or whatever, but it is what it is at this point in time. But a lot of women wear weaves. They just not open about it like we are. But it'd be a lot of white women that wear weaves and all that type of stuff. So don't let them fool you. They just don't talk about it. I admire you. I admire you. Needs lots of patience. Yeah, I was gonna say, well, this hairstyle is the quickest out of a lot of them because you're literally just gluing the hair onto the cap, and then the glue dries in 30 seconds. So as you can see, I already have some hair on my head, but it was real thin, so I'm just adding some more. And if you can, I don't mind showing you guys because I'm pretty open, but you can kind of see the cap right here or whatever. So I'm just filling in the cap with the hair. And then what I do is I just press it down onto the cap, and then I take my blow dryer and then see, and now it just look like hair. You don't see the cap anymore. You just see hair. But what I'm gonna do, because I'm trying to make my hair fuller and thicker, I'm gonna put another one on top. And then if you guys are wondering, well, how in the world are you gonna take that out? Literally all I have to do is just wash it out and it'll come right out. Hey Eddie, don't be judging me. You know how us black women get down with the hair. Okay, you may not know our little secrets, or you may do, because you be dealing with a lot of women, so you know that we be putting on our wigs, gluing in our hair. Okay, like that's what we doing over here. And you know, Eddie, we don't play. Us black girls, we don't play when it come to our hair. So shoot. But I'm going on my cruise. I go on my cruise the first weekend of next month. So it wasn't no point of paying to go in to get my hair done early this week, and then I'm not doing nothing, and then I gotta turn around and get it done again. So I'm just gluing in these tracks, okay? Having me a hairstylist for about a good month. My girls is mad at me, but they will get over it. Why they mad with you? And how many girls you got? It is Valentine's. See, you already acting up. See, I know with you, Eddie, you gonna act up on purpose so you ain't gotta pay for nobody's Valentine's Day. A cruise, you lucky. I can't even leave my kids. Got school. See, that's why I ain't got no kids. Well, at least not right now. I get to up and go. I get to do what I want to do. I get to do as I please. I probably won't have no kids until I'm in my late 30s after I done did everything I needed to do. But yeah, Eddie, you ain't slick. You trying to act up on Valentine's month so that way you ain't gotta take people out on no dates. I be knowing what y'all be doing. All right, so that's glued in. Let me go back in. Don't exceed 35 to have kids. Wait, why? I know plenty of women who are having kids in like their late 30s, because a lot of people are, well, a lot of women, and for one, I need to get married first, because it's really outside of my control, because I want to get married. But I know like a lot of my clients, they're in their late 30s and they're having kids. But honestly, I mean, if I could have, I would have had kids. I would have had kids in my 20s, but it just didn't. It didn't work out that way for me, I guess. But I never signed up, or at least I didn't want to sign up to be an old ass mom. But it's looking like I'm gonna be an old ass mom. Cause I wanted to have it's dangerous for women. Yeah, I was gonna say I understand. Trust me, I do. And I never wanted to be this old and not even, at least not married. I can see if I was married, you know what I mean, by this time, but I'm not. So I am a little bit afraid of what's about to happen, you know, as far as having kids, because I do want to have, like, I if I had it my way, I would like to have 5 kids. They mad because I won 1,500 at the casino in Biloxi, Mississippi, and didn't give them nothing. Spent it on my kids, and they didn't like that. Well, $1,500 ain't even enough to go around. So it ain't nothing for. I would rather you spend the $1,500 on your kids and not them, because $1,500 ain't even enough. Especially after you got finished with the kids. And then on top of that, what women in their right mind gonna be upset that you decided to spend money on your kids first? Like, why would I be mad at that? Especially in today's age, $1,500 ain't shit. Arm, arm Rita Carr. I remember your last name, Arm Rita, but I don't recall unless you changed your name. But your last name sounds familiar. Gordox said 5 kids. Yes, I want 5 kids because I'm the only child. I don't have any brothers or sisters. I don't have, well, technically, I don't, biologically, I would never have nieces and nephews because I don't have brothers and sisters. So I told myself, you know, because I grew up being the only child and stuff, I wanted to start my own family. And of course, when I start my own family, I want to have a big family because I wasn't, you know, it was just me looking at 4 walls. So I told myself I wanted to have 5 kids, God willing. I'm just slapping this in all types of crazy. Hold on, y'all, I'm coming. Exactly, and I had my kids with me for 2 months. I don't get food stamps or any type of assistance. I had to pay cash for everything. Oh, well, they damn sure ain't getting nothing. Kids come first. They should know that. They should be ashamed of themselves for them to even sit up here and get mad with you. And $1,500 is not a lot of money. That's not even a lot of money for me, and I'm one person. I can blow through $1,500 like that. Do your arms get tired doing your own hair? Well, yes, which is why I typically don't do my own hair, but my cousins and Natasha that be on here, they're all like trying to encourage me to do my own hair because they're like, you're gonna save money, you're gonna save money. Ooh, child. Um, which is fine, you know, like I get it. Like they want me to save money and stuff, but typically I don't do my own hair for this reason because it be taking forever. Like it's literally taking me 4 days to do this. So, typically I don't do my own hair. I need to find a comb. Typically I don't do my own hair, but they are encouraging me to do my own hair, which I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. Now, like I said, we talked about it before. I can do other people's hair, but when it comes to my head, I wants to get it done. I don't wanna do my own hair. But this, I don't mind like doing this. Hey Benitra girl, how are you? Hey girl, long time no see. You have great news. Tell me. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I don't even know what it is, but I'm so excited for you. Did you get a new job? I'm trying to take a guess. I'm so excited. And yes, ma'am, I miss. No way. Oh my goodness. Wow, congratulations, girl. Was that was did you guys plan it? Did you guys plan to have see? And I was just telling one of my other supporters on here because he was like 5 kids, and I was like, yes, like I want to have a lot of kids. And see, Bernitra, she on her way. Yes, ma'am. I'm so happy, and my daughter is happy. And it was unexpected. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy for you too, girl. And then Benitra, I think you're older than me because what's his name? Gordak, he was like, don't have kids past 35 because it's dangerous for women. And I was like, but it's a lot of women out here that's having kids after like in their late 30s, like the mid to late 30s. So I feel as though, even with me being 33 or whatever, I still feel like, as long as I'm taking care of myself, I'm eating good, I don't smoke and all that type of stuff, I still feel like there's hope for me to have at least more than, I at least want to have three, you know what I mean? I still feel like there's hope. See, Gordak, I don't know if you still in here, but Bernitra, she's expecting her fourth child, and she said she'll be 38 when she have the baby. So it's still hope, and I'm sure she's taking care of herself and all that type of stuff. That's such a blessing. I love that for you, girl. Congratulations. And it's probably gonna be easier now because the other kids they gonna be wanting to help out and everything. So you good, girl. I love that for you. Yes, I told myself my husband, my future husband, gonna hate to see me coming because listen, okay, like jackrabbits. And whatever happened, and with me, I feel like when you marry or whatever happens, happens. I feel like I would want all of the pregnancies to be unexpected because then you're gonna be even more shocked. And I feel like when you plan, especially when you're married, like when you plan to have a child, unless you're having like complications and all that type of stuff, I just feel like it kind of take away from the spontaneity of like being married and having a baby and all that type of stuff. So I love that. Yes, I am. Thanks so much. Yes, I have big kids. They will help me with the baby this year. I will have 15, 13, 10, and a newborn soon. I love that. See, and they not, I mean, honestly, you doing good because they're not too far apart. You know what I mean? Now the 10-year old and the baby, the newborn, they'll be a little far apart, but I still feel like it's perfect timing. You know what I mean? God's timing is always the best timing. And like I said, the kids, they're going to want to help. So you're going to be good, girl. As long as you're taking care of yourself. I love this for you. I love this for you so much. How does your husband? Is he excited? He probably like, oh Lord. Or like, did y'all plan? Did y'all like when y'all first got married and stuff? Did y'all plan to want to have a lot of children? Oh, he's excited. That's good. I love that for y'all. Yep, just pump them out. I mean, why not? Why not? And it really shows like true love, in my opinion. Like I feel like it really shows how much you and your husband love one another. And that's how I kind of want to be. Like I want to be in so much love with my future husband that surprise, we're pregnant. It's an exciting feeling. I love that so much. One of my friends that I used to work with, she her life literally changed just three, but I was so late on my period. Oh, so y'all wasn't even y'all definitely wasn't expecting a fourth child. Child, that's a dead giveaway, okay? When you late, time to take a test. But that's good though. I'm glad that you guys are expecting your fourth baby. Like I said, to me it just really shows how in love you guys are with each other. And I love that. Like my grandparents, they had 7 kids. And and it's, I mean they was all made out of love, you know? And if you can have one baby, you can have them all, you know? Like it don't have to be like, yeah, it is expensive for children or whatever, but as far as like, especially since you have older kids or whatever, it's gonna be way easier. It gets easier after the first one. Hey Dobby lover, yes, I remember you. I love seeing you guys. I haven't seen y'all in freaking forever. Yes, I do. I do remember you. Wow, my great grandma had 11 kids. See, yeah, back in the day, girl, they was having kids back in the day, okay? But it just really just showed. I mean, as long as it wasn't, no foolishness going on, it really just showed how in love people were back in the day. Like, it just was just true love. You know what I mean? It wasn't no foolishness. It wasn't, and it's crazy because nowadays people aren't having as many kids, and I get it, the world has drastically changed. But like I said, I don't care about any of that. As long as my pockets is right or whatever, I just want to be able to have kids. And a lot of women can't have kids. So it's like a beautiful thing when when I know people. Oops, sorry y'all. I'm trying to put this glue on these tracks. But it's just a beautiful thing when I feel like a husband and a wife can have kids, together. Because, like I said, child, my future husband going to hate to see me coming because I ain't going to be able to get up off it, okay? That's why I think the good Lord, like, let me let her get herself together first, because I got debt and all this other type of stuff. Let me let her get her debt and stuff cleared up before she go out here and be crazy. So I'm glad you doing that. I'm glad you doing the right thing, Venetia. Cause I would have been out here all types of crazy. Like in college was my first time like expecting a child or whatever, but I had a miscarriage. But I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now that it just really wasn't the right time. That's why I know God. Hey Natasha girl. That's why I know God, he's trying to like help me get myself together first, because he's like I said, once he sent me my husband, I know to, especially since like right now I'm trying to like save myself for him. or whatever, because I know he's coming. So it's like it ain't even no point of me out here to be wilding and in the bed rolling around with somebody who ain't worth a damn. Like I want to save myself for my husband, but best to believe, baby, when he comes, it's gonna be on and popping. Oh no! Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say when I was in college, that's when I had a miscarriage. But I ain't had no business being, pregnant in the first place, especially by the fool that I got pregnant by. Cause baby, he ain't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. You hear me? Like when I tell you, if I would have went through with having that child, y'all, my life would have been drastically different than what it is now. Like I would not be sitting up here, like especially with that fool child. And then at this point in time, he was out there like because he was so broke and a criminal and all that type of stuff. He got 30 years right now, so he ain't getting out until like he's 68 or something like that. He might get out on good faith from what I've been told recently. He might get out in good faith, but even still, good faith is like when he's 50. So I would have been a single mother, you know? I would have been a single mother. The baby wouldn't have even known who the father was because I'm not going back and forth to no jail. What I look like? And he was good for nothing anyway. So that's why I'm like, child, now that I'm in my right mind and I'm older, because back when I did get pregnant, I think I was like maybe 22, 23 or something like that. I was definitely still in college. I was in college. It happened in 2014 when I got pregnant or whatever. But child, I was sad and bent out of shape during that time, but now that I look back and look at it, I'm glad that the miscarriage happened. Like of course a mother, any mother, are gonna want their baby, but baby, I was in a whole nother different situation than most mothers, and I would have struggled. I would have struggled bad because my mother wouldn't have been sitting up here taking care of me and no newborn, and I'm supposed to be in college trying to learn. So I would have struggled real bad, and like I said, I would have been a single mother. And yes, I would have got through it. If I had my baby, I would have got through it. I wouldn't have had no choice but to get through it. But it would have been a hard road. It would have been a hard road, y'all. So that's why I'm like now that I have another chance and another shot at life, this look a whole lot better than what I had slapped in my hair earlier this week, y'all. This look a whole lot better. Ooh, it's a lot thicker. But what was I saying? Oh, I was saying, but now that I have another shot at life, like I realize the importance of wanting to be married, at least for me, because not everybody want to get married, but I want to get married first before I have kids. Just because I grew up in a traditional family, and for the most part, everybody was married before they had children. And so I want that same thing for me. Like I didn't grow up in a two-parent household. So I want my children to experience growing up in a two-parent household, something that actually me and a lot of my cousins, we didn't experience growing up in a two-parent household. Even though they got married and have kids, everybody did get a divorce. So that's why it's probably taken me a little bit longer to be married, because Baby, I'm not settling. I'm sorry, like, I'm not settling. I don't need to settle or whatever. I don't want to settle. I want to be happy. I don't want to just be, I don't want to walk down the aisle knowing that it's something in the back of my head telling me this ain't right. You know what I mean? Because in the long run, it's gonna end in divorce, and I don't want that to happen for me. So I have to know how to vet them. Same here. My oldest would have been 25 now. I was 19 when I was pregnant. Wow. And see, when you that young, and then and you get pregnant or whatever, it's kind of like you and the child is growing up together, because you still a child, you're still trying to learn or whatever, and then you have the baby. So, and I'm sorry about that, Natasha, that you had a miscarriage too. But y'all would have definitely been growing up together for sure. But I don't try to look at things as a negative. It just, for me, for my situation, I know that it wasn't the right time and it wasn't the right person. Okay, it definitely wasn't the right person. I mean, y'all, when I tell y'all, he did not have, like, he ain't had no job. He somehow he would find a way to get money and buy cigarettes. But I remember one time, oh my God, y'all, this is how I knew. I was like, Lord, please get me out of this situation, because we was on the way to the doctor's appointment. And what happened? Because I was getting out of class early. I had to drive 2 hours across the bridge to go to the doctor's appointment. And I was hungry. And like I said, I was pregnant at the time. And so he was just like, well, I need to go to the store and all that type of stuff. And I'm thinking, he was going to get me something to eat. And so he had to take this piggy bank. He took a piggy bank. And you know how you can trade the coins in for cash? That's how broke he was. No money, no nothing. He took the piggy bank with him, traded the coins in for cash. Y'all, why he went and bought cigarettes? We ain't get no food. We ain't had no water. This idiot decides to buy some cigarettes. And meanwhile, I'm pregnant with his child, hungry. I got down on my hands and knees that night. I said, listen, Lord, this can't be my life for the rest of my life. This can't be. And y'all, when it was time, like, I done got on my knees a couple of times, and the next thing you know, I felt this pain shoot up in my stomach, and I was bleeding real bad. And I had called the doctor in the middle of the night, and he was like, you having a miscarriage. And granted, I was not. Granted, I was not. That was probably the Lord talking about, yep, learn your lesson. But granted, I was not. I wasn't happy in the moment or whatever. Like, when I got older, I was just like, okay, now I see why this happened. Now I see why. Well, actually, when the idiot bought some cigarettes, I was just like, this ain't gonna work, because he can't even take care of himself, let alone a child. Like, it would have been 100% totally on me. So I'm glad, Benitra, that you are set up for success as far as being married and having kids or whatever, and giving them the life that we ultimately all should have had. Because a lot of us, we grew up without our dads, or a lot of us grew up with our parents, or one of our parents abandoning us. And I don't feel like it's fair for the kids, because we ain't asked to be here. I know I didn't. I was happy sitting up in the heavenly skies with the good Lord. So I ain't asked to come down here to be, going through all this foolishness, but we are here. So that's why it's important for me, as a grown woman now to do the right thing before I have kids. I had a low Tasha said I had a low down dirty baby daddy as well. My mine's cheating and stressing me out on why I had a yep. I was gonna say that was the cause of it too, because me and the dude was arguing because we was kids. For one, we was kids and I was in college or whatever, and it's like we want to do what we want to do. Like this is like too much of a huge responsibility to be even worrying about when we supposed to be at the turn up, you know what I mean? So yes, mine's was cheating. I mean, girl, yes, I was gonna say, and he was doing that too. Granted, like it's like so with the guy that I got pregnant by, me and him, we had dated in high school, but it's like, and we were in a relationship in high school. And granted, this is high school, so it's like when I look at high school relationships now, they're not, they ain't really nothing. But back then, to me, it was something. But me and the guy, we never stopped like talking. We never stopped. Like we was always dealing with each other, even when we had moved on and dealt with other people. We was always dealing with each other. So it was probably a lesson for that God was telling me to leave him alone, like leave him alone for real, for real. And so so when we was like messing with each other in college or whatever, that's just really what it was. It was just messing with each other in college. And it would be sometimes where we ended up moving. He ended up moving in with me because I had my own apartment at my college town. He ended up moving in with me just to like help me cope and just to get a different scenery and all that other type of stuff. And so I helped him get a job because where we lived, or where my college was, it was on like, it was near like a really big beach called Ocean City. I don't know if you guys heard of Ocean City, but we all had jobs in Ocean City because it was the spring, summertime, everybody was getting a job in Ocean City. And so he worked at like a restaurant or something like that in Ocean City. And it would be nights where, because of course we still broke, we still got to pay bills. And it would be nights where he would bring food home from work, but he wasn't bringing it home to me. He was bringing it home to other females. And I'll be like, oh, is this for me, this for me? And he'll be like, no, this for somebody else. How you living with me and you ain't even bringing home no food? And I just had a miscarriage. My baby daddy lost touch, was in job court together. You're welcome, hon. I had lost my first baby. I was about 7 months pregnant. I was in labor and I didn't know, and he fell in the toilet when I went to use the bathroom, and it was, oh my God. No, I would have broke down and cried. Yeah, I was gonna say when I had my miscarriage, my baby had went into the toilet too. Like it was a big old sack that went into the toilet. And then and nobody was there for me, y'all. Nobody was there for me. Like I drove myself to the hospital, and they had to do a DNC, like to get the rest of it out, all the rest of the tissues and stuff like that. But I literally, that was like, it was so scary and it was so sad. But like I said, like that baby wouldn't have had the best of life. Like my mother wouldn't have let me drown. As far as like she would have helped, but she still wouldn't have, especially who it was by or whatever. She definitely wouldn't have had been supportive. Like I would have been on my own. But yeah, it was just any woman that have a miscarriage, it don't matter what the situation is, child. I'm just doing this, throwing this all types of ways. No matter what the situation is, it's sad. You know what I mean? Like it's just sad because we start getting attached as soon as we find out we're pregnant. like we start to get attached or whatever. At least for me, like I got so attached, like I would automatically jump into mommy mode. I pick him up and he died in my hand. Oh no. I think about this every single day. Oh, I'm sending my prayers to you, Benitra. But guess what? He's up in heaven sending you another bundle of joy if he isn't the one already in your stomach. You're so pretty. Thank you. Sorry to hear that. That's how I lost my second baby, the same way that happened about 2 years ago. My baby would have been 2 years old now. Oh no, Natasha, girl, you really been through it, girl. Yeah, see, that's why I like having this community because, like, I felt so alone during that process. And granted, a lot of women have had miscarriages and stuff like that, but you still feel alone. I had two miscarriages. Definitely think about it all the time. Yeah, I was gonna say it haunts you because it's kind of like even for me when I was pregnant or whatever, I was still working and I was working in a coffee shop and I was like I was very early on, so I didn't find it unnecessary not to like pick up boxes and stuff like that. I would take my time, but I would still like pick up boxes and all that type of stuff. And then I was letting that man stress me out. And I was just like, dang, like if it was something that I could have done, like not pick up that box or just hang up the phone if he start cursing me out, like maybe the child will still be here. Like, and that's how I was thinking. Yeah, like you always beat yourself up and wonder like what what could you have not done for the baby to still be here? Aaron said, hey my friend Quiet Beauty. Hey Aaron. Y'all, I'm gonna finish rolling my hair and then hopefully that look a little bit better. I only had one bundle of hair in my head and I was just like, I can't walk around looking like somebody played in my head. So I added a few more tracks and hopefully that made it a little bit fuller. And then tomorrow me and my friend's supposed to go out, so that's why I'm like, let me add a little bit more tracks. And then I gotta record my YouTube video because I'm sitting up here making a YouTube video on how to do a quick weave and the quick weave paper thin. So I feel like this looks and feel a whole lot better. All right. But yes, you guys, sorry about earlier. I know Aaron was in the live when I was on here earlier. Sorry about that cuz YouTube will copy strike you. So, yeah, you may need to get some small flexi rods to make some small curls. I was going to say yep cuz the only ones I have is the purple ones and the gray ones. So I probably got to go back to the hair store. See, now y'all be having me back and forth at the hair store trying to do my hair by myself. But luckily, because I'm a licensed esthetician, I get a discount at the hair store. So I be wearing the hair store out, okay? But yes, I can get the smaller ones because I do like smaller curls so that way it can hold longer or whatever. The only thing that I'm concerned about as far as doing my own hair is I don't like pressing out my leave out or whatever. Like I don't like putting a whole lot of heat to my hair or whatever. So that's like my only concern is like my leave out because I can't walk out the house like this and go into the hookah lounge like this or whatever. Like I still wanted to look close to getting it done at the salon as much as I can. So we'll figure out a way. I do have heat protected and all that type of stuff. So I just gotta practice. I was gonna say, Natasha, you've been encouraging me. My cousin, all of my friends, like they're like, you just gotta keep practicing. You just gotta keep practicing. And I was like, I know. And it's like I used to do my own hair in college. I used to love doing my own hair, but I had more time. Like sometimes I might have like a 8 o'clock class, and then I don't have another class until 5 p.m. And then I'm just like, okay, let me do my hair, you know? So now that I work two jobs and I be adulting, I work 7 days a week. I gotta do this and do that. Girl, I don't be trying to do my own hair. But just like how I'm on here with y'all and I have enough time to like do my hair or whatever, I was just like, it'll at least motivate me a little bit to do my hair. So we trying, y'all. We trying. But you guys, I gotta clock in for the day. Thank you so much for coming back on here and hanging out with me. I loved having girl talk. I'm glad that we was able to share that with each other. I know it is a vulnerable like conversation that we had today, but I appreciate me opening up to y'all because I don't you know, that's something that I don't talk about at all with anybody or whatever. So I appreciate that we were able to open up about you know, our miscarriages or whatever, and have that girl talk and have that girl time. But yes, you guys, I have to work. So thank you so much, you guys, for supporting me, and I will see you guys later. Bye, you guys. Love you guys.